The Comedy Grinder. Streaming live worldwide from the First Church of Cannabis. Tonight,
Keith Hank Jost, George Fish, Logan Bert, Kurt Messick, Otto the Comic,
Jerry Goebel. Tonight's episode.
One of these comedians is a dead man. Dead man. Dead man. Dead man.
Thanks, guys. This is my first time here at the Church of Cannabis. It's really nice. I figured I'd introduce myself a little bit with a fun fact about me. I didn't have my first blowjob until senior year of high school. I understand that's late for some people. But I'm glad, I really am glad that I developed sexually so late, because no one should see their first pair of tits on a 14-year-old. Because you're going to masturbate to that shit for the rest of your life. And you don't want to be finishing up in the shower and realize that that day, 12 years ago, you wiped your dick off on her Lisa Frank t-shirt. It's so easy to make mistakes in life like that one. It fucking haunts you. I mean, I didn't ask to be here. Like, here on stage, I did. I asked to be here tonight, and Jerry was kind enough to let me on, and I really appreciate it. But, like, this. I didn't ask for this shit. Life is a fucking sham. I mean, I feel like you didn't ask to be here, and you show up, and you got, like, a 60-40 chance of getting cancer. And there's so much in this life that just, it doesn't make any sense, or it kind of blindsides you. Like, I feel like I got here and someone just, like, handed me a bunch of paper, and I'm like, what is this? And they go, it's money. And they're like, what the fuck is that? You give it to people, and then they give you shit. Oh, okay. So, like, I can take this money and give it to someone and they'll give me a car? No. You need more money than that. Well, how do I get more money? Fuck if I know, dude. Because here's the problem with money, right? You have to spend money to get shit. But rich people have money and shit. And I don't understand how it works. And I really do try to understand the world as best I can. I read a lot because I'm a pretentious piece of shit. In case the beard and the blazer didn't tip you off, I am pretentious and I'm fucking better than you. I was at a bookstore recently buying a copy of the Epic of Gilgamesh. See, pretentious. And the lady behind the counter goes, so good. Really? The Epic of Gilgamesh is so good? It's only been copied down on stone tablets for the past 6,000 years of human history. Look, lady, just because you have tattoos and dreadlocks doesn't make you better than me. I'm not buying this shit for a class. This is for my own personal reading time. Don't out hipster me! kind of felt you guys pulled back on that one. In all honesty. It gets worse from here. I'm just letting you know. I have about 11 minutes left, and that's not the last one of those, okay? Here's how this is gonna work the rest of the night. All you at home, all you in this room. I'm the gorilla. Here's the bulletproof glass. Welcome to the zoo. Harambe lives, okay? But I'll give you guys, I'll soften it a little bit, and I'll do something else real quick. So, I don't think beer companies understand third wave feminism. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, you'd watch a beer commercial, and it'd be a woman in a bikini dancing around while a rock riff played in the background, and she'd have beer poured over her, and there'd be some, voiceover going, "We got bold hops. We got malt in this shit. Drink it, faggot." But I feel like sometime in 2008, the rest of the world kind of woke up and was like, "Hey, it's not cool, you can't do shit like that." And a PR guy walked into the advertising execs at Anheuser-Busch and was like, "Guys, gotta cut the misogyny." But one guy in the back raised his hand and was like, Can we at least keep the guitar in the back?" So that still stays. So now when you watch a beer commercial, it's just a bunch of fucking hipster guys walking around a brewery acting like they're making art or something. But that guitar riff is still there, and it's like the vestigial limb of misogyny in our culture. It's like,
Bo now, now, now. Aren't you glad you ain't gay? Bo now, now, now. Remember when women was objects? Bo now, now, now. Hey! I'm not saying you're a wife beater, but if she stepped two, you'd step up.
all right, back to some serious shit. I'm glad you all seem to like that one. I've been reading a lot of the Bible lately, and I have a theory on why God made suicide a sin. I think he hates fundamentalist Christians just as much as the rest of us do, and he doesn't want those fuckers showing up to the party too early. And I can just imagine it, some guy knocking on the big house in heaven, and Jesus opens the door, and the guy that knocked is just standing there with half his fucking face blown off, going, "Jesus, hi Jesus." Jesus is like, "Dad! Another one! Fuck!" Of course, the fundamentalist Christian gets pissed off because it turns out Jesus is brown. No one wins in that situation. We really do, as people, though, believe in a lot of dumb shit, and it's really frustrating. I just started a new job and overheard a conversation on the sales floor with this girl, and she goes, "I don't believe in medicine." To which I responded, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Look, I understand that we have a capitalist system and that medicine is privatized, and that causes some issues for people, but Tylenol, that shit works. Anyone who's drank too much in a night wakes up in the morning and knows that Tylenol's their fucking friend, right? But that wasn't the worst thing she said that day. This came out of her mouth later. 9/11 was a conspiracy. There were never any towers. Right? It's fucking ridiculous. And here's why I think people can get away with saying shit like that. We have free speech in this country, and that's a great idea. I'm all for it. I'm up here on stage. Free speech is wonderful. But we have let feelings corner the market over facts for far too long. You'll get in a debate with someone, and they'll be like, "Abortion makes me feel bad. Homosexuality makes me feel gross." Look, that doesn't mean that those things are inherently wrong. That just means that you're in the closet and you should have scrambled those Rugrats 12 years ago when you had the fucking chance. And it really fucking gets to me to hear people say shit like this, and I get so fucking frustrated. And to be honest, guys, I have nothing to be frustrated or angry about in this life. I am a average height white guy. I'm gonna be fine. If I shaved my beard, I could be like the 52nd president of the United States. I could do that. But it really does start to get to me, and I start to have like really dark thoughts about it. I had this thought the other day when I heard that girl talk. What if ignorant people had to breathe different oxygen than everybody else? Kind of how we make poor people drink water with lead in it. And it's like, it's a really great image when you think about it. It's just this, dude in a American flag t-shirt and cut off jean shorts. He's got an oxygen tank on his side. And he's walking around. That's him forgetting how to breathe, by the way. I think Trump should be president. Look, I'm not a racist or nothing like that. All I'm saying is we got borders for a reason, and he speaks his mind, and that's what we need. And to be quite honest with you, chocolate and vanilla ought not be swirled. And then that guy would pass out and die. We wouldn't have to worry about him anymore. Guys, the thing that frustrates me the most about all of this is that in today's day and age, there is no excuse to be ignorant. There's no excuse to be wrong about anything. It's not like back way the fuck in time when you had to go to the village oracle and give him a hand job, sacrifice your daughter, and a pigeon to get some sort of answer. It doesn't go like that anymore, Discourse isn't, oh, great wise one. Now that your jism hath run down my face, and you have feasted upon my pigeon and the innards of my firstborn, please tell me what the meaning of this absurd life is. And he doesn't have to answer, but long before the moon and the sun, the great Enoch, the Watcher, placed upon the back of the universe turtle 3 elephants long of trunk. No, guys, you can Google that shit now. You can just type in on the internet, what is the meaning of life? Get 0 search results. Have an existential crisis, realize everything is fucked up, and get busy fixing this shit. If we honestly all worked together and tried to fix this shit, we'd realize that there are only 3 things that we have to worry about. Only 3. We have to combat entropy. I know it's hard, but come on, be idealistic. We have to end aging. And we have to find the edge of the universe so we can look God in the face and go, gotcha, motherfucker. I have an anger problem. It's bad. It's borderline debilitating. And that's why I do this. It really, really does help with it. I'll get out of here on this one, guys. I'm gonna act out something from a couple months ago. It was a triumph. It was a great day. This is what happened the last time I got the hiccups. No! Fuck off! Get out! Fuck you! No! I haven't had them since. Guys, that's my time. I appreciate you coming out. Thanks.
Keep it going for Keith Hank Toast. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to keep things rolling right along here at the First Church of Cannabis. We're going to bring our next comedian up to the stage. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Ray Hensley.
Oh my God, hi! How the hell are we, huh? Fantastic! This is probably the weirdest place for me to do comedy. And it's only because I don't do weed. You know why they're laughing? Because doing weed is hilarious to people who do weed. You don't do weed, just smoke it, asshole! Whatever. I like to say do weed, because it's hilarious to me. And you can always find the pothead in that group, right? Like, hey, do you guys want to do weed? There he is. He's got weed. I went out to buy some new jeans recently at JCPenney because I'm ballin' right now. And while standing there, I was like looking over the jeans, trying to find the right size, and the lady came up and she goes, "Can I help you find something?" I said, I'm just looking for my comedy jeans. And she goes, "You should try the stretchy jeans, or you should try some skinny jeans." I'm just like, yeah, because she was wearing her comedy jeans that day, right? The idea of me in skinny jeans is fucking hilarious. I look like a mashed together muffin, just pouring out the sides, and it's adorable, right? Like, I didn't even give a shit. These aren't the jeans I bought, by the way, because I didn't even know what was going on. So, this is what you guys are dealing with. No shoes or socks. Ugh. I brought the flannel, though. You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. No, I think, I love being a comedian. I think this is absolutely amazing. Like, I'm an attention whore, so, like, what's better than everybody, like, staring at me for 15 minutes on stage at, like, any given night? It's amazing. I love it. Like, look at me. Look at me. Everybody at home, look at me. I'll hit him with the wink. Some guy just came as I winked, sitting somewhere. I don't know why he's masturbating to this. Maybe he gets off by it. Like, that's his thing. Like, he's like, I want to watch some stand-up comedy. And I'm going to jerk it. And then right as I winked, oh, he just came. Yeah. That'd be adorable. But no, I think, like, this is really cool. Like, those of you guys not comedians, like, all you have to do is, like, do a few open mics, and then you can get into comedy clubs for free. Did you know that? It's amazing. I take advantage of that all the time. I go see, like, big-name comics for free. I'm just like, oh, I'm a comedian. I'm not a comedian. I'm an open micer, right? Like, this is what I do. I just, every night of the week, just hit open mics, and it's amazing. And I get into shows for free. Like, it pays off. Like, it's worth it. Like, it is. It's amazing. But I think, like, one of the worst parts about being a comedian, though, is I hang out with, like, a lot of, like, comedians now. Like, I get why you guys are laughing. But no, I'm 32 years old. I hang out with, like, a lot of, like, younger comics in, like, their early 20s. You know the worst part about hanging out with those guys is? They're still into things like closing out bars and shit. It sucks. Like, my idea of a Friday night, go do a club comic, you know, like, go get paid to do comedy at a club. Go outside after the show to see if my comedy turned on any whore out there. Nope again. And then I'll go home and watch iZombie until I pass out. My buddies are like, dude, let's go close down a bar. And I'm like, I really don't want to. And he's like, there's chicks there. And I'm like, yeah, but iZombie's like, it's like season 2 right now. Like, are they ever going to find the fucking cure? You know what I mean? Like, she's hot. As a dead girl, like, she's hot. Have you guys seen the show? Just me? It's amazing. Check it out. It seriously is. I think the other worst part about being a comedian is anybody who meets you and finds out you're a comic, or they're just like, tell a joke, man. Tell a fucking joke. I bet you're funny. Tell a joke. Like, they just want to hear a joke right there. And I'm just like, Yeah, Applebee's on a Wednesday night is the perfect time to tell the stupid dick-sucking jokes, you know what I mean, that I tell. And why are we at Applebee's? Oh, Charlie's has free pie Wednesday, and we chose Applebee's? Great fucking call on that one. Yeah, I want free pie. Come on now. But yeah, no, so the only way for me to like make that night just as uncomfortable for the person I'm with and it is for me to stand up at Applebee's and just start telling stupid dick-sucking jokes. It's like, yeah, I call my dick a joke because most girls can't. Hey, excuse me, ma'am, can you shut that baby up, please? It's throwing off my groove. Thank you. It's about the time the manager comes walking up. He's like, sir, can you please sit down? You're disrupting the rest of the guests. And I'm like, no, I will not sit down, sir. I'm a comedian. I'm expected to tell jokes whenever people ask, so you can leave me alone. Rude. And I give him the hand thingy, like right to his face. And I kind of like push it away from me a little bit. And then I just go back. I'm like, yeah, my dick's a joke because most girls can't take it. Again, ma'am, shut that fucking baby up! God damn it! I knock over the high chair. Because baller, right? I've put on 250 pounds since birth. It's a little fun fact for you. Might be a quiz after the show, so take notes, right? No, not all at once, right? Like, my mom wasn't holding me like, look at my brand new baby, and then just drops me and blows out her back because I blew up like a balloon, right? Like, it's over 32 years I've put on 250 pounds. And it's amazing. I don't even give a shit about being fat. Like, I don't. Like, look at the big gut and the bitch tits. I do not care. Doesn't bother. And the reason why? I like food. Have you guys ever had this thing called food? It's amazing. You can eat it and shit, and it's, oh my God, I love it. It's delicious. Bunch of skinny bitches in the audience, whatever. Try food. You guys do weed, do food. But no, I told like all those little stupid fat jokes at a bar in Cincinnati, and this lady stood up and said, "You're not fat, you're beautiful." I'm like, I'm also fat. Like, I'm allowed to be both, right? Like, I'm allowed to be fat and beautiful. Like, this fat shaming shit's getting out of control. Like, stop telling fat people they're not fat. I'm fat. And beautiful. And sassy, am I right, guys, huh? I'm not gay, we'll get there. No, but I feel like I need to be fat, though. Like, look at me. Like, seriously, like, look at me. Like, I'm a good-looking dude, right? Like, don't laugh. I'm serious. I'm fucking sexy. I've got it going on. But no, like, I've got these beautiful blue eyes, this beautiful smile. I've got, like, full head of hair still. Like, but it's not just that. Like, I've got a good job, got my own car, got my own place. Like, if I were also fat or skinny, oh my God, right? Like, I'd be, oh my God, amazing. And, like, it wouldn't even be fair to the rest of you guys in here. Like, I'm fat so the rest of you are getting laid. You're welcome. I sacrificed my body so your dicks are getting wet, and I'm a goddamn hero for it. You're welcome. It's me patting myself on the back. I didn't even need to explain that, but I did it, right? No, I'm not gay. Even though I did like the sassy, I'm not gay. Like, my buddies, they think I'm gay for two reasons. One, I have this weird obsession with Taylor Swift. I think she's absolutely amazing. Bunch of Katy Perry fans? It's fine. We're gonna have bad blood, but it's fine. See what I did? I'll shake it off. But no, the other reason my buddies think I'm gay is because during a game of, and guys play this game. Guys know this game's like, how much to suck a dick, dude? And most guys say like 40 million or something like that. Apparently my answer of $209.43 was way too low of an answer. And oddly specific, right? Oddly specific, but here's the thing. I just had knee surgery not too long ago. I'm broke as shit, so what I'm saying is I'm gonna be out back after the show giving out $209.43 blowjobs. I'm serious. I'm hurting for your squirting. So I'm gonna be out back and bring exact change too. I don't have one of those change counter thingies on my hip because I don't work at fucking Chick-fil-A's drive-thru. I can see all your guys' faces. I'm gonna remember faces. Swear to God, if you're not out there, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna hurt you. I'm trying to memorize faces right now. Cool, got him. But do you know, before you go whipping out your cocks and wallets out back, like, I'm not gonna be good at sucking dick. I've never practiced it. I'm not gonna use hands because I think penises are icky. And I have like this really bad gag reflex. Like, I can't put a popsicle very far in my mouth, so it's gonna be a lot of me just going on the tip. So, like, if you're good with all of that and a guy my size diddling your willy, I'm gonna be out back. Single file line too. All right, I'm not gonna be this guy. You know what I'm saying? Me doing stuff like that is probably silly. My dad hates that joke, by the way. My dad came and saw me at Crackers not too long ago, and he goes, "I don't like that you're talking about sucking dick on stage." I'm like, "All right, well then I'll tell bad jokes about you." He goes, "Keep telling dick sucking jokes, please." So my dad's like one of those hardcore like Christian Republicans. It's fucking weird. You know, you know those guys. You're just like, "Hey, did you guys hear that Obama speech?" Fuck Obama! He's a fucking Muslim! I'm like, well, I mean, he's not. I don't think. I don't know shit about politics. Like, I don't. I know that like there's like the two sides. That's about all I got. Up until like last year, I didn't even know Obama was a Democrat. Didn't even know. I just get, like, why do they keep putting the donkey with his face? Is that like racist? And they're like, no, it's because he's a Democrat. And I'm like, what's that mean? Oh, okay, I gotcha. Okay, I still don't get it. But no, like all this election shit is just crazy, right? Like, there's just so much bullshit going on. Like, this is what it's like every year. You get to pick between two assholes, and this is how America does their shit? That doesn't seem right. Let's go through them right now, because I don't know who the fuck I'm going to vote for, right? Like, we got Hillary Clinton. There's something fishy going on there. 30,000 emails? 30,000 fucking emails. What's she doing, replying to spam? How can we trust somebody in the Oval Office that replies to fucking spam? Like, she's just like, oh look, the Prince of Nigeria needs some more fucking money. Like, what if she's actually in the office and she has our money to give to those fucking people? That's not gonna be good. Who else do we got? Gary Johnson? Nope. I go to comedy shows every day of the week. I'm not gonna sit through 4 years of Harry Johnson jokes. No thanks to that. So who do we got? Trump? I'd probably vote for Trump. That's where I always lose the young kids. I love it. But no, I would vote for Trump, and it's all for selfish reasons, right? Like, I'm a comedian. I could use the 4 years of material. It's going to be amazing, and I can't wait. Right? Like in the early 2000s, comedians had, like, George W. just running his suck hole off at every press conference, and it was amazing. Comedy was just flourishing. Flourishing. I don't know words. Told you, I'm an idiot. But no, and then, and it was just absolutely amazing. And then for like 8 years now, we've had Obama just being a real dickhead about everything. It's like, slip up every once in a while, you know what I mean? Like, say flourishing one time. That's all we need, Obama, and we're just gonna write albums off of it, and it would be absolutely amazing. And then after 8 years of Obama, like, all the comics got together and we're just like, we need to get another GW in the White House. But there's absolutely no way we're going to get worse than George W. There's no way. And the Republicans are like, you want to fucking bet? Trump, get out here! And he comes riding out on like a llama. Why the llama? Sounds, because I think the elephant is way too badass. Like, the Republican elephant's way too badass. And he looks like he'd ride something that spits. Yeah. I had a threesome once. There's no joke there, but shove a mic in my face, I'm doing a little bit of bragging. You know what I mean, guys? No, those were much better times for sure. Like the river seems to have run dry on me getting laid. Like if Poontang was food, you see commercials for me on TV ask for money donations. Like you see me sitting on the corner of my bed with like a dirty sock and an expired unopened condom. And the camera would zoom in on my beautiful blue eyes as a single tear rolled down my cheek. And you hear that damn Sarah McLachlan song you hear for all of them. I will remember you. For 15 cents a day, you could help Ray get laid. All right, thank you guys very much. My name's Ray Hensley.
Here we go for Ray Hensley.
Yeah, good job, Ray.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to keep it rolling, and keep those doggies moving. We're going to bring another comedian up to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Logan Barrett.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. This is a church, guys. That's awesome. Something about a church that brings me back to my childhood. But not like that. Like, I don't... These pews aren't activating any sort of, like, PTSD. Like, don't worry. But it's weird. Like, I was just sitting in a... I haven't sat in a pew in a long time. And, like, just to see people sitting in a pew is weird. Like, I feel powerful. Like, I get it, like, kind of. You know what I mean? But I'm also thinking, like, there might be, like, a science to pews. Because you're sitting in them. It's weird. You're all hunched. It might make, like, scientifically, it might make a kid look older. I'm not giving them an excuse. I'm just saying, we don't know the facts. That's all I'm saying. I grew up with two brothers. We were three kids. I was the middle brother, so I'm most likely to commit suicide. Thanks, Google. That sucks. But like we were like hard asses. We grew up with the internet. This guy, Jehovah's Witness, they'd knock on our doors and like they'd want us to come out. This guy came by one time, he wanted to show us a magic trick. He's like, have you guys accepted Jesus Christ into your heart? All right, well, I got this coin. Come here and stand around. It's like, dude, like I've seen the news, bro. Just ask me to reach in your pocket, man, with a long con. What are you doing? I don't care, man. Let's look like $1, bro. I want Pokemon cards. That's all that was. I don't care. My brother, like, we were some hard asses. I grew up kind of poor. We used to dig holes for fun. I don't know. Do you guys ever remember your first cuss word? Anybody? Like, I remember my first cuss word vividly. Okay, so we grew up poor. We dug holes for fun. Like, I'm not trying to sound sappy here. When I say poor, like, for example, when my older brother graduated, he's 4 years older than me, he wore a shirt on his graduation. And when I graduated 4 years later, I had that same shirt. Like, it wasn't bad. We were poor like the Weasleys. That's how we were poor. We were poor like the Jackson 5, but our dad didn't beat any talent into us. That was how poor we are. So this one day, I'm walking out in the back of our yard, and my older brother and my cousins, they dug this hole, and they're cussing up a storm. It's the first 30 minutes of Full Metal Jacket out there. It's going crazy, and I'm like, hey guys, what's going on here? You want to tell me something? I'm like, listen, Logan, this is our cussing hole. As long as you're in this hole, you can cuss. All right, it's like a safe place. But listen, we got to make sure you're not a rat, all right? So we need you to cuss. And like, I was dumb. I was so young. I believed in dumb things like Santa and the Tooth Fairy and God and all this. Just dumb. So I was like afraid, and my brother's like, Logan, you got to cuss. Don't be a pussy, all right? You need to cuss. So I'm like, my first time, I'm like 8. I'm like, don't call me that, man. Like, you're being a piece of ass, man. That was my first cut. I don't think my brother was a piece of ass. Like, don't get me wrong, but now that I think about it, like, that explains why that pastor kept coming around with that magic trick. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm on the internet right now, so I'll be famous soon. I just want to know, which session of masturbation I'm in between. Like, am I in between like the third and fourth? Like, how out of breath is he? I don't know how sticky that blanket is. Mom's gonna be home soon, so watch out. That's crazy to me. Do you ever wish it was as easy to find something to watch on Netflix as it is to find something on Pornhub? I spent 3 hours trying to figure out which Mighty Ducks I wanted to watch. 2 minutes on Pornhub, I'm out of breath and sticky. I watched D2, by the way. It's fucking Knucklepuck, right? That's a no-brainer. What are you doing? If you don't like that movie, you're crazy. They beat Iceland and Russia. It's Rocky IV on ice skates, people. Quack. Quack. But, like, I miss being, like, young when you could not know what your penis did. Like, I thought only pee came from there for the longest time, right? And then Boy Meets World Topanga grew boobs and I got weird. You know what I mean? Like, it got crazy. And growing up in a household with 3 brothers or 2 brothers, I'm the third guy. I think of myself in third person. That's retarded. Jesus. I don't smoke weed. But yeah, with 2 brothers, we all kind of got teenagers around the same time. You never get in the bathroom, right? Ever. You're just knocking on the door. Hey man, what are you doing in there? You pooping? Sure. All right, just leave me the J.C. Penney catalog, man. That's how it is. It's crazy. My poor mom too. Jesus, because it took her a while to learn to knock. You know what I mean? She comes in your room and you're out of, hey, what you need, Ma? It's great. It's noon and you're still in bed? No, it's what. She's like, listen, I gotta run to the store. I need you to do your chores. I need to get some new detergent or something. The towels are so scratchy lately. 2 brothers? It was sandpaper, guys. It was sandpaper. It's crazy. Here's the thing about porn. Like, I know this has been kind of a gross intro, but porn it's not the worst thing. It's not the bad. I'm not saying take the blue pill and go into the Matrix. I'm like, you gotta, in small increments, because when you think about this, like if you got a girlfriend out there and she gets mad at you for watching porn or whatever, you tell her, like, listen, why is Peyton Manning so good at football? Film study. Right? Honey, I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for you. Told that to an ex-girlfriend. She's like, explains why you only run the 2-minute drill. Hate girls that watch sports. Oh, that sucked. I'm glad Peyton Manning retired, though, since we're talking about him. Just because we're here in Indianapolis. I'm just tired of the Colts fans wearing those Broncos jerseys. You get one team, like, have some integrity. What are you doing? You don't take your stepdad's last name because he's banging your mom. Right? You get one team. You get one team, and that team dictates your mood for the next 6 months. All right? You don't come home to your dad's house after the first Christmas after the separation, right? And you're like, hey, Dad, look what Jerry got me. No, you stick with the old man. All right? Hey, listen. Dad might suck when Mom leaves for a little bit. You ride it out with him, okay? Or Dad had a dime piece on the side ready to take over the franchise, all right? Just ride it out. You get one team. Yeah, I think that might be like why people end up liking the same team their dad liked, right? You just didn't want to see him mad all the time. Just like rooting for the Colts because you didn't want to fucking mow the yard. If Manning pulls this off, it's ice cream. Yes. I miss like my dad was kind of like a dude. Like, he was a manly guy. Like, if you look at me, like, I look like a lady prisoner who never missed a day of yard time. I get that. Like, but I always wanted to be like a man's man. I'm just not. Like, even if I cut this sweet fucking hair. Like, I'm just not. I'm not a man. I understand that. Like, I want to be. Like, later in life, I want my wife to complain about sawdust being in the lint trap. Like, that's the kind of man I want to be. I want to be a. I've never been in a fight. Ever. I wrestled a bear once. Then I got kicked out of the bar. If you got that, you're probably wondering, like, Logan, what are you doing in a gay bar? Well, if you've got a can-do attitude and a deep enough V-neck, it's free drink night. Every night. I'm a cheap drunk. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not, but don't get me wrong. Like, when I go, I'm careful. I don't like to drink too much. You know what I mean? And it's not because I don't trust the fellas. Don't get me wrong. I trust them. It's because I don't trust myself. I don't know like what level shot that is where I take it and I'm like, you know what, guys? Fuck it. Pull it out. Let me see it. Let me see it. I want to fucking put it. I want to blow on it. Just I don't want to. Let me. Like I don't know. I got fucking weird. I don't know. So, not a man. I want to be. I never wore a tool belt once. Never built anything for my. I wore a tool belt once, and that was in a seductive Christmas card I sent to all my exes. And a time at that bar for free drinks. That was it. That was the only time I ever wore a tool belt. I want to be the kind of guy I can tell you what's wrong with your car by listening to it. Does anybody have this uncle? Yeah. It's like, all right, bring it in. Yeah, start it up. More gas. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, you had a Coldplay CD in there. What are you doing? It's ridiculous. I want people to say the word gritty as an adjective when they talk about me. I want to be like the kind of guy who smokes hand-rolled cigarettes that I rolled myself, right? While straddling a horse that I tamed 2 weeks ago by putting my forehead against its and whispering. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, you look at me and I've got like, you look into these eyes and you know, I've seen some shit, all right? And I've got like a wispy mustache because duh. I just, we're never gonna get all these cattle through the pass by nightfall. Coyotes. And then I just fucking save the day. Like I want to be here. I want to be man enough I can wear a duster and not look like a school shooter. That's what I'm saying. That's all I want to be able to do. But I'm an idiot. Like I just. By the way, has anyone seen jeans that can do this? Like I bought these jeans the other day. I got this secret. They write songs about fitting all of that into these. I got the code, guys. I don't know if you're as excited as I am. I've been constricted by Brett Favre Wranglers my entire life. All right? There isn't a man in the house that can do the things I can do in these. Like I bought these jeans the other day, and I swear to God, I felt like I could clean up the streets. I don't know. And don't get me wrong, I can't fight. I'm a little bitch. But like, I just feel like really good. Like I want to like go onto like campuses. You guys know what I'm talking about? And like, you got like the gaggle of Asian girls that are walking, the smart ones, right? And they're just walking around at night. And I just want to like follow them, protect them. I'm trying to protect them, but I can't break the language barrier, so I have to earn their hand in marriage. You guys know what I mean? Like I'm from Indianapolis. I want to just go to like the east side. It's a rough side, and just hang like my wallet out, right? And just wait for somebody to come by, and just wait, and then I just come around. And just hope that they're smaller than me, right? I mean, I've never been in a fight. I've seen World Star Hip Hop. This guy's fucking undefeated. I know that. I just have to hope. Because I don't think buff dudes are out committing crimes and like stealing shit. Right? They're too busy getting pussy or whatever. Like, it'd be like like an addict? Like an addict comes for my wallet. I don't care. I'll take an addict. It's not a spider, you know what I mean? That's most of the reason I'm here. There's a spider in my apartment. I don't want to be there. It's crazy. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. I'm serious. It's like, I don't get, my friends, they tell me, it's more afraid of you than you are of it. No. All right? How come I'm the only one trying to get on my lease then, huh? What's up with that? It's getting awkward. I stay in my room, it stays in its. Avoiding it like I don't have my half of the rent yet. It's crazy. What are they doing, guys? What are spiders doing up there in the corner of our houses? Collecting data, learning the language, brown and reclusive. That sounds like ISIS. Sounds exactly like ISIS. Roaring applause break. I did that joke at a show once, and a lady like owed. She was like, "Oh," I'm like, "What are you owing about? Are you supporting ISIS or spiders? Like, what are you?" There isn't an argument here. Just calm down. It's jokes. Who am I stepping on? Hopefully spiders. God, they're scary. I don't know. My apartment has a real cell block feel to it. So it's just frightening the whole time. My mom came to visit me on my birthday, and she baked a shivin in my cake. She's like, "Listen, Logan, we're gonna get you out of here." I'm like, "You put me here. Couldn't tell me to go to college? 1 bedroom? Jesus." So then I decided to be a comic. Like, that's gonna fix things? What? You know what I should have become? A musician. Here's the thing. I don't know anything about music. The only thing I know about music is I don't care how good at piano you are. If you're not also blind, you'll never be the best. Never. You'll always have an asterisk next to your name. I go to a lot of live shows, though. I like live music. I'm a little bit of a metalhead. And my favorite part of going to concerts is when they dedicate a song to everybody, and it starts with like one person, but then they make a blanket statement to like cover everyone. They're just like, "All right, this is gonna be our last song. Thanks for coming out. Now I just want to dedicate this to anybody who's ever faced adversity. If you've ever been told that you can't do something, if you've ever waited in line behind a homeless guy at CVS while he pays for condoms for some reason with an old glass milk jug full of quarters. To all my dudes who wear those shirts with the sleeves cut off to the point where I could see your nipples and your belly button if the wind blows. Use one of the sleeves as a headband. If you've ever worn shoes on your feet or foot, if you only have one, that goes back to adversity. This one's for you guys. 1, 2, and then I just started off. That's my favorite part. And then like dudes start throwing crowd members like Angry Birds. It gets crazy, right? Every shirt's black. Every third shirt says "fuck." Nobody likes dad. It's a fucking great show. Love metal shows. I don't know. I bet musicians get laid though. Fucking comedy? Nah, not so much. Not ever. I've never even got like a flirty older woman shoulder cusp. Is it like how older women they'll cusp you on that? They were funny. No, never even one of them. That's why I got Tinder, guys. I got Tinder, but I also can't take it seriously. So my profile has 3 lines on it. It says 8 inches. I like to joke around, except about measurements. It's not that clever, but like, the thing is, like, I want a girl who could take a joke, because if you can't take a good dick joke, why are the troops even over there, right? It's like, come on. Also, I have this like feeling like I want to have written a good enough dick joke that I get a girlfriend out of it. Like, fucking take that, Louis C.K. Like, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. Like me and my buddy, we have a competition on Tinder. We just try to like who can get the most likes in a day. It's a game, right? I'm losing, but it's a game. And listen, I've gone on 3 Tinder dates, okay? And on all 3, and this, I'm not saying, I'm not making a blanket statement here. I'm just saying all 3 of the Tinder, within the first 10 minutes, I said to the girl, I said, "You've never met your dad, have you?" Like, I could just tell, and I swear to God, 2, no, 1, only once. That's it. So my buddy, he messages me the other day, takes a screenshot of his phone, and he goes, and it says 29 new matches. And I messaged him back, I go, "Poor girls." He goes, "Yeah, they don't know what they're getting into." I go, "No, dude, you see 29 matches, I see 29 dead dads." It's brutal. I went on I had sex with a Tinder girl. It wasn't fun. It wasn't good. This is what happened. It's a crazy situation. I'm going to tell the story. So we go back. We do the whole thing where we're drinking, and then one of us goes, "I want to come to my place." This time it was her. So I went to her place, and it was cool. It was whatever. But has anyone ever experienced this? I don't even know. This has got to be an isolated incident. As soon as she undid her pants, an aroma, like an odor, filled the air. Like it smelled like hippies' dreadlocks. It's like hippies' farts in a can. Like it wasn't good. But here's the thing. Like, as a man, I went through with it because I had a boner. But also, like, I got to thinking. I'm like, well, as far as I know, AIDS doesn't smell. So it was terrible. That's the end of that. So I give up on Tinder, and now I'm just trying to get catfished. I'm trying really hard to get catfished, and it's not easy. Turns out it's really hard to meet one of these people. Like, they don't want to meet you. You gotta spot a catfisher. Like, I just want to help people. I've seen the show. Okay, they're not bad people. They're just weird. They need a slump buster, and you're looking at them. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I'm trying to catfish catfishers. I got like a reverse catfish situation going on here. And the first thing you got to seem gullible. So my profile picture, I just have an old power bill with my address on it. That's how I'm getting them right now. And to spot a catfish, you got to look for like clues in their profiles, and you got to look for like I'm not always home. Would love to Skype, but my webcam's broke or whatever. With no excuse, like they're not like, "Oh, fucking Dell," It's just like, I have a Dell. I have one of those dinner plates. I could understand. So like, you just got to kind of fill them out. So here's my plan. I get them to talk to me, all right, and then, "Hey, we should meet." No, right? And then I tell them I'm dying. And then if that doesn't work, I say, "I love you." Because nobody's that disconnected, right? And I got a plan once I set up this first meeting, all right? I got a bag of treats and a stiff buzz, okay? Because when I knock on this door, listen guys, when I knock on this door, I don't know who's gonna be behind the door. I don't know how many moles are gonna be on this person's face, but I know it's not gonna be 0, okay? So best case scenario, right? I knock on the door and it's a lady, maybe, right? And I mean, wow, you look older than your pictures. That's fine. It's not a big deal. But I just want to like help. Okay? So maybe most likely she got like dumped in prom, right? In like the 80s, never recovered. Now she has 11 cats, no self-esteem, and every edition of the local Tribune over the last 20 years. All right? All I got to do, listen, I'm not saying we're going to have sex. We might have tea and conversation, but I will say I'm looking to smash. All right? I'm not saying I have to be good at sex. I just have to do it. I just haven't been touched in a while. I'm going to change her life. I'm a hero. Worst case scenario, I knock on that door, it's a man, right? Then I got to pretend to be surprised. Or I'm just like, "Oh, you're not Sarah?" Right before he goes to explain, I just cut him off. "Look, dude, I'm into it. Listen, I don't know if you got any friends in the bushes waiting to jump out on me. You're in the whole struggle thing. I want loose knots, and I say for it. All right, I'm going to set some ground rules." We're only gonna light one of these candles I brought. All right, I want low light, loud music. You can't talk, that's fine. My eyes are gonna be closed the whole time. I'm gonna pretend that your hands are a large woman's feet. It's not gay, but keep her shoes on. Shut up, I'm trying to cure you, all right? I just want to help people, man. That's all it is. Just want to help them. Yeah. I got catcalled the other day. I don't know. I got catcalled. I get called ma'am a lot. I know why. I get it. My grandma, she wants me to cut my hair. She says, Logan, you look like a California bush smoker. I don't know if she thinks I'm a pothead or a lesbian. Yeah. So naturally, I got catcalled the other day. All right, and this is how it went down. I was in my local Kroger. All right, I'm doing my grocery shopping for the month. I got my Kroger Plus card. I'm ready to save. All right. I'm a single guy. Okay, my grocery list consists of 7 DiGiorno pizzas. All right, it's enough for every day of the week, and enough peanut butter and jelly that I'll probably never poop again. Like ever. So I'm going through Kroger, right? I'm getting my stuff. I got my Welch's, got my Jif, got my whole wheat bread, all right? Whole wheat. Gluten allergies aren't real, all right? Sometimes you take a runny dump, get over yourself. All right? Also, how am I supposed to get all that peanut butter out? I've got a plan. All right, now I'm in the frozen food section. I'm looking for my DiGiorno pizza. I start to panic because I can't find it, and I'm growing still, and I need nutrition. So it turns out some stock boy with a GED put it on the bottom shelf. All right, I don't know why you'd put that on the bottom shelf. DiGiorno pizza, top shelf pizza. Cadillac of frozen foods. Okay, it's a Cadillac of frozen foods. Now me, I gotta get in there because I'm hungry. The boys gotta eat. So I'm reaching in here. I don't know if there was sway. There might have been wind. I don't know. I have loose hips. I have loose, honest hips. My hips don't lie. So I'm in here getting it, and I'm rifling through looking for my four-meats. No pun intended. And I hear from behind me, "Yeah, girl, get in there." What's up? Where you going? You want to come over for some pizza? It's not delivery. Fuck. That was the most action I got in so long. It's a random thought. I don't like when people are surprised when old people die. It's what they do, right? You know? I think you could judge an old person's, like, how long they have left to live by how many episodes of Jeopardy they have left to watch. And I love my grandma. I do. I love my grandma. She's the best. But I just don't think she's going to make it to another week of Champions. Sit down, please. You're laughing so hard. Sit down. Come on. Sit down. I have so many bits that are too long. Oops. I don't like hipsters. I think hipsters confuse me. I don't understand what you're doing. I guess, like, you care about everything, but you don't. You took the time to tuck your skinny jeans and your weird pointy boots. You look like some sort of modern day Aladdin. What are we doing here? Are the glasses even corrective? Like, do you need those? If you need them, like, if you don't need them, you should read in low light, earn your stigmatism like the rest of us. Or maybe you do. Maybe you do. Maybe you developed it reading about steam engines by lamplight. I don't know. It's okay. I'm confused by the whole thing. Here's the thing, though. I think hipsters they're gonna save this country, guys. They're gonna save it. They're gonna save it because they're always into, like, hipsters are starting like all these mom and pop shops going around. You know, they're always doing like some old school, like, leatherworking and then alchemy. Start another brewery. Yeah, we don't have enough of those. Sure. Start another one. But that's the thing. We gotta wait it out. Is all we gotta do. Because they're gonna slowly build all these mom and pop shops, right? They're going to take the money out of the big corporations, and all we got to do is just wait and deal with them. Because they're growing quickly. The hipsters are like a plague of shitty hats. All right, we just wait it out, and when one tries to talk to you, you just stare through. You just pretend that because they already look homeless. You just treat them that way. You just look right through them, right? And then when they go to talk, you just gotta. Because I don't care about dog park legislation. I don't. What are you talking about? I don't want to hear about your tattoos either. Okay, hipsters? I don't care about... I know what your tattoos mean, all right? Your tattoos mean that another version of you with holes in his ears took his vape pen long enough to poke a picture in your skin, all right? I get that. I get that. Dude, just get me my fucking coffee, please. All right, I'm going to end on this one because I'm an idiot. And I don't know anything, but I want you guys to learn from this. I looked this up the other day. Over 50% of Donald Trump supporters are between the ages of 45 and 64. Okay, they're older people, and that's fine. And this is America, baby. You can vote for whoever you need to vote for, but it's why I also believe that it is crucial, guys. It's crucial for people my age to kill their parents. Thank you, guys.
Oh yeah, keep it going for Logan Bears. Okay, we're just gonna keep rolling right along here. We're gonna bring another comedian to the stage. He is a father of comedy, not the father of comedy, but a father of comedy. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Kurt Messick.
Oh, thank you. I am now of the age that Logan just wanted to kill, so. Oh, well, and I know, and we've had, 2 or 3 motherfuckers come up here and talk about how old they are. I hate you all. You know nothing about age. Trust me, you know nothing about age. I'm going to vote for Trump just because of you. No, we really are on a race to the bottom right now when it comes to the election. So I don't know. I've been watching all of these different kinds of things. Donald Trump is actually going to Mississippi and talking about how the blacks really love him. And I'm like, what the fuck? I want whatever he's drinking because his universe is so much better than mine. I think he's in favor of legalizing cannabis because that's the only thing that's going to explain his campaign going on out there. I'm in favor of that too. So I mean that's one of the things that I think is important because in this world it is very weird. We are right now in the middle of a church devoted to cannabis and basically devoted to enlightenment and being fun and fair and free with people and not being motherfuckers everywhere in the world. I mean, and it's so weird that when you attach religion to something, it's like I can behead someone and say it's for Allah, and people are like, oh well, don't mess with his religion. Or even in this state, I can get alcohol and force feed it to anyone of any age in any quantity I want, as long as I wave my hands over it mysteriously and say something in Latin. I mean, and then I can fuck the congregation afterwards. Get away with it for 30 years. So maybe 20, depends on who the Pope is at that particular time. But, you know, they retire now, or they sort of retire. It's like the guy who retired, but he said, I want to keep the white dress. So he's just living down the road from the new Pope, because that's not confusing at all. But at least we have bookends. So yeah, what's at the end of your Pope on a rope? Another Pope. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yes. So that usually doesn't. Oh, music. I hear music. So the angel choirs are singing my praises along the way. But yeah, I mean it's weird. It's weird. Ray talked about being here, but not actually being scheduled to be on. And I wasn't originally a long time ago scheduled to be on. But a friend of mine called me up and said, "Hey, I need a ride to come in." So I did. As I was sort of prepping for this, I was doing my research on Google because that's where all the good comedians go. And I found this website on 82 generic names, male names, and actually it's called 82 generic white guy names and what they say about his personality. Keith isn't on the list. Ray isn't on the list. Logan isn't on the list. But Kurt, of course, fucking is. Number 13. You're friends with him because he has a car. And never seems to be doing anything, so he'll always give you a ride. I am not making this up. I am not making this up. And this came up on a thing called Thought Catalog with a hunky guy on the cover. That's why I looked at it. If you haven't guessed, I'm gay. So unfortunately, I'm also 50, and that's like the cardinal sin in gay land. Because being 50 in gay years is like being 2000. I'm an archaeological relic. I have a six-pack, but you have to have an archaeological dig to get down to it. And I have muscles, but all of them ache. And been gay means something different now to me than it meant when I was 20 or 30. So yeah, I mean it's weird, and I'm going through. I mean, we have the theme tonight where it says one of these comics is a dead guy, and I thought, oh shit, that's me. But no, I'm still alive. I think I'm trying to feel there. But yeah, I'm still alive. It is weird though. I live in Bloomington, Indiana, and I for a long time I thought my sort of gay life, my sex life, all of that was over because I was just getting older and older. And everyone in Bloomington is there for the younger crowd, and even the people who are 25 and 30 complain about being old. So have I said I hate you yet? You have no idea what's coming, and I am so glad for that because it'll get you by surprise. And I promise you, I promise all of those of you who are 25 and 30, I will spend your Social Security before you get it. So I'm just praying. It's like the year I begin to collect is the year all the actuaries say it's not going to be there anymore. So yeah. So I'll spend it for you. Don't worry. I lived in Bloomington because I thought, well, this is a nice community, lots of people who are sort of artistic and fun and creative and having sex and drinking a lot. And I like to drink a lot too. I've gone to different universities where universities tend to have this as a rule. It's sort of just bizarre the way there are different cultures. But in Bloomington, getting drunk and having sex sort of go together. And if you get drunk enough, it doesn't matter who you're having sex with. But I did discover one time when I was in Iceland that one of the things you do to become Icelandic is you get randomly drunk and have random sex with people and wake up on someone's porch that you don't know. And I said, well, I already have that in Bloomington. It's called Fraternity Row. So who knew we had our own little piece of Iceland here in Indiana? But I did discover after a while that I was getting no luck, no joy, nothing. Nobody was interested in 20-year-old or 30-year-old Kurt. No one was interested in 40-year-old Kurt. But when I turned 50 and grew a beard and got a smartphone with an app called Scruff, I'm not making that up, I discovered a fundamental truth, especially of drunk frat boys. Everyone wants to be fucked by daddy. So my life came alive again, and I will be your father figure. Put your tiny hand in mine. I will be your father figure. Anything you have in mind. Think of how creepy that song is. Next time you hear it, you're going to be thinking, ooh, yeah. I just ruined it for you. I ruined it for you. Just like a bad MTV music video ruins a song for you. I just ruined that for you. Congratulations, you're there. But on the way up here, we were stopped by the police, and the policeman said, do you know how fast you were going? I didn't have my collar to grab, which I usually do. So in my day job, I actually teach astronomy. So I said, yes, officer, I know exactly how fast we were going. We were going 800 miles an hour for the latitude we're on, spinning around and around and around as we're going around the sun at 66,000 miles per hour while we are trekking through the stars towards Vega at roughly 400 to 500 miles per hour while we were blistering around as we spin through the spin cycle of the galaxy at 483,000 miles per hour. You can check all these numbers on Google. They're right, by the way. And as we are streaming towards the galaxy of Andromeda, as the universe is expanding, I know exactly how fast I was going, officer. And after the body cavity search, He verified all my things and let me go. So we made it here on time, as it is. But yeah, I can be overly precise sometimes because I was sort of trained that way. It was sort of drilled into me. My father was a Marine, so of course it was drilled into me. But I learned, I did study astronomy, I did study science, I learned the value of pi, and I'm not talking about that pi. It's 3.14. Anyone else know? 3.14? 1-5-926-535-8979-323-462643383279. I memorized it out to 200 places. You know why? I went to Oxford and they drink a lot there too, and they're geeks there, so there's a bar there where if you walk in and can say pi out longer than anyone else, you drink for free all night, and I drank a lot. I can also say the alphabet backwards even when I'm drunk. ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJIGFEDCBA. Hey, there we go. It helps if you're dyslexic. So, but that can get you out of quite a lot of jams as well, because no one can be drunk and do that, and they don't know that I also went to Cambridge. So there we are. I mean, there are all sorts of things. Higher education, and of course here at the Church of Cannabis, we can get the highest education there is, and maybe one day it will be legal because we'll stop electing shits. But for this election cycle, the none of the above option is about the best you can do. I'm going to vote for Bernie Sanders just because I have a lot of people who are hopeless and can't give up. So I'm going to support them because I believe in supporting my friends. But friendship is what it's all about. Supporting your friends is what it's all about. Laughing at jokes is what it's all about. And watching the clock is what it's all about. And we're about 8, 5, 6, 7, however many seconds. See, I can do pi, but I can't actually recite numbers. That's it for me. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting live comedy. Speaking of live comedy.
All right, give it up again for Mr. Kurt Messick. Okay, now we have a special treat for you. As Kurt mentioned, the title of the episode mentioned that one of these comedians is a dead guy. How are we going to bring you a comedian that's a dead guy? We're going to project it on the wall. Mr. Goebel, where are you?
Behind the screen, son.
Okay, we need to open said screen, please. And you need to grab that mic and put it by the computer speakers. The pole is on the other side of the stage, Jerry. Sorry, I should have shown you that. Now, Kurt, we need that microphone. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Otto the Comic.
Here's my disclaimer: I don't pick on people, I don't complain, and I don't swear. Okay? I'm an adult though, and I'm kind of a weirdo, so don't get scared in front of me. I know what some of you are thinking. Damn! Looks like Pee Wee Herman and Buddy Holly had a baby. My show is sponsored and broadcast live on the Math Channel. 81, 9 square on the FM dial, all math all the time. And you can call me with any kind of problem. I wrote the slogan, numbers don't lie, people do. Ask any radar cop. Best fan tonight wins a prize from me, from my gift shop. So laugh it up, all of you. Tonight the prize is a year's supply of chopsticks. It's only 2, so don't lose them. So I took all the tests, I saw all the doctors. I said that what they told me they were going to do to me, and I looked it up on the internet. So I refused all medical attention and switched my diet and depended on love, prayers, comedy, and laughter. And now I am cancer-free. They said I was going to die in February. So my show is humor versus tumor. Every laugh kills a cancer cell. So don't let me die up here. Alright, here's a song about a guy who took a bet that didn't go off very well. We only called him chicken shit once. 2 weeks later, he took the jump. He built his ramps out of wood. He called Vegas and bet everyone he could. Rock out. Looked like he had plenty of speed. A bit more distance is what he would need. He flipped 10 times, reversing the flames. And now a coffee can holds his reins. The funeral was nice, they served us brunch. I guess we shouldn't have called him chicken shit at once. You guys sound like there's 12 people here. I'm an empty room specialist. Doesn't bother me, because I love everybody. Things seem small till they're stuck in your eye. Say that when you're at the register of the hardware store, and they'll go, amen, brother. Here. I sing a lot. Doesn't look good, but nobody ever asked me to hold their baby. Got me kicked out of eye surgery school. When do I get to try? And owning an Etch-a-Sketch as a kid really sucked. Ladies, I know what you're thinking. Who dipped Otto twice in the sexy butter? Who remembers their metal shop teacher from high school? Remember that guy? I need 3 of you boys to help me move this equipment. Then he says, who knows what quiche is? And I raise my hand real fast and no one else does. And he goes, fang. You say your name? Matt and I were talking this morning. I asked Matt, do you know what I like more than ass? Nothing. Who's with me? Oh yes! Roll my body, ass crowd. Thank you. Every week I go to Mr. Farm's Korean Deli. It's music clear. When I walk in, Mr. Farm says this to me every week. Hello! You gonna get the raw again? Yes. Because the chicken lo mein is so good. So I have my meal and on my way out a couple weeks ago, he said, Saul, you like a chicken? And like, this week the chicken is rubbery. And he says, thank you. Okay, you got it, see? The Apathy Club, they screwed me over this week. Reservation for 6. You're awesome. My friend's a traveler, travels all over, so he recently got back from Egypt. So I said, I bet you saw a lot of camel toes. So you're wondering, how did this happen? Besides the 7 concussions, started out as a 12-pound baby with a 4-inch dick. Now I'm a 155-pound baby. Yeah, but how come he knows? We had a new babysitter when I was a kid. She took all 5 of us to Dairy Queen, put us in a booth, get us big Mr. Misty's, throw a bunch of money on the table and say, first one to the bottom gets all the cash. Brain freeze. Most painful $8 I ever made. Till tonight. Later, not now, later. You guys are naughty. She lines us up for bath time. Same babysitter. I'm like, I want to go first. I want to go first. I want to go first. She's like, well, you want to go first. I'm like, well, there's 5 of us, and I see one face cough, and I know what I watch first, and I know what I watch last. First is this. My mom, I had a perfect childhood, but I did get slapped once. It was my 14th birthday. Mom says, Otto, do you want some cake? And I'm like, Stop! It's my birthday. She says, what's the magic phrase? And I say, make it fast, whore. Just kidding, it's a joke. So you guys probably at the age where you have the know-it-all niece or nephew. I have Nancy, my 9-year-old know-it-all niece, comes up to me at a birthday party. Hey, Uncle Otto, I'm better at guitar than you. I get better grades in school than you. And I'm better at the internet than you. And I said, well, sure you do, you little bitch. No, I didn't, but I wanted to. I asked her why she was dressed like a slut, though. Because she had that plaid skirt and the socks and the shoes and the white shirt. And my sister's like, she's in Catholic school! I'm sorry. Okay. So here's how I got know-it-all Nancy back. I took 46 of her birthday dollars off of her in a heated game of chutes and ladders. You can't beat a guy who's been playing that 15 years, bitch. Here's my impression of Robert De Niro. Happy to be here. The 2 audience members. You happy to be here? Yeah, come on! Woo! You guys get the checks. That's good. The impressions are not affected by the checks. Here's my version of them. The Godfather of Soul, James Brown, calling in sick. I don't feel good. That's a good one. One dude said, man, look up Buddy Holly. You should do a Buddy Holly impression. So if you know who Buddy Holly is, this is spot on. Seriously, Richie, unless the Big Bopper just farted, something's wrong with this plane. Too soon! And you guys watch Mayberry? There's my impression of Mayberry's lovable Barbara Floyd. Andy, I drank some moonshine with Otis, shaved off my mustache. Most comics give you a joke to take away, right? Here's what I'm going to give you to take away, something to save you your life, okay? People play the lottery, and they say winning the lottery ruins their lives. Well, here's how it's going to save you, okay? I bet everyone I know $1,000 I'm going to win the lottery before them. And if one of them wins the lottery, guess what? I ain't paying. You just won the lottery. Defriend me. But when I win the lottery, no one's calling me, because everybody I know owes me $1,000. The more you know. The more you know. My dog is from Puerto Rico. I met her there on vacation, and I brought her back to America. She barks in Spanish. All the other dogs on the street were like, damn, there goes the neighborhood. But you should see how nice my lawn is. Because I maintain it. When I walk my dog, I don't carry one of those bags. I carry chopsticks. I carry $5. If my dog poops in your yard and you come outside, I'll give you the $5. Call it the good citizen speed. But if you're mean and grumpy, I'll roll the $5 up and jam it in the poo. If I have a poo stick incident, there's a kid I know, I call him, give him the address, he runs down to the house. Hey, can I pick that poo up for $5? Math Channel, kid's a genius. $5, 30 seconds, that's right, $10 a minute. That's right, $600 an hour. He knows his whole life he's gonna have a crappy job. The one I lined up pays a buttload. So the people in my neighborhood put salt and ice melt on the sidewalks in the wintertime, which is coming up. And that affects my dog's paws, which I don't like. So what I did was I bought some stuff called bag balm. You guys know what that is? It's for cow udders here in the country, out of town. Yeah, so I put bag balm on my dog's paws and it worked out fantastic. Then I started putting it on everything. And you know who's got the softest bag in town? My girlfriend, her goosey curse. Shame on you. So my dog talks to me telepathically because I don't know Spanish. And the other day she says to me telepathically, wish I had fingers. Like, what do you want fingers for? She's like, so I can poison you and type a suicide note. Because she's heard this act a lot. Ever seen a dog drag ass across the carpet? Isn't that hilarious if it's not your house? I have wood floors, so I'm safe. But my brother has carpet, and at his house it's like the high banks of Daytona. Hilarious to me. I don't drink or party. In 45 days, I'll be 25 years sober. Woo! My problem, not yours, so you don't have to applaud or even say cool. So if you come and pass out drunk at my house, guess what I've trained my dog to do? Drag ass across your drunken face. Yeah, you wake up like, woo, did somebody fart? Like, no, let's look at it on YouTube. Alright, speaking of YouTube, tonight when you go home, you can go to YouTube and see this crazy video. Okay? So watch where your drinks are. And this one is called roofies in my Red Bull. Who's having a good time? She put roofies in my Red Bull and took me to her house. We slow danced in the kitchen. She passed me out on her couch. And while I was sleeping, she got my credit card and fired up the internet and filled some shopping carts. She cooked me breakfast in the morning. Everything seemed just fine. Later when I went to get some gas, my credit cards would decline. You know, she ruined my credit. She sold my identity. She put rubies in my rainbow. That's what she did to me. Woo! Yeah! Oh, you guys make me feel great. I got a time machine. It's almost finished. Wait for my grandson to come back from the future with the missing part. When I get my time machine finished, you know where I'm going. Back in time! So when Pebbles Flintstones is 20, that'll be the day she gets the extra bone in her head. Oh, don't awe me. She's 20. She can make her own decisions. My bobblehead comes out next month, but it's different than most because the head stays still and the body shrinks. But I'm not a comedian, I'm a superhero. Oh man. Orgasm man. And here's my superpower. When the going gets tough, Otto gets going. This year's superhero convention, I got Jamaica superhero. Tomorrowland. So I'm gonna have with him all day. And you knock my superpower down to this. Most chicks say that is no problem, man. Here's an excuse you can use once and only once, so save it for when you need it. Get you out of any event. Find out who's in charge and whisper this into their ear. Yeah, Jerry, I just shit my pants. See ya! You don't want to use that more than once because then you're known as the guy who always shits his pants. Oh, he does that all the time. He just wanted to leave. Every day I throw 2 pennies in the trash because I know no one values my opinion. One night this guy goes, man, that 2-penny joke isn't very funny. I think it is. He thinks it is. He goes, that 2-penny joke ain't funny at all. So, okay. So I funnied it up. Forget the 2 pennies. Now I take a roll of pennies, stick it up my butt. That's why my friends call me 50 cents. Yeah, I should have laughed at the first one. Nobody likes pennies anyway. You can get them free next to every cash register in America. There's a cup. Walk in, scoop up the pennies, walk out. They don't care. They'll invite you back. So here's what we should do with all the unwanted pennies. Gather them all together and make copper houses so that the homeless move in. Woo! Woo, yeah, not very funny, but it only costs a few cents. Take that, Obama! Anybody hand you a phone or a camera, say, hey, take my picture. You know what I do? Run off the house! So here's what I say right before I take your picture, singly or in a group. Ready? Here's what I say. Imagine me naked. Show their friends their photo, and their friends go, "Are you guys eating something sour?" Here's what, if the whole room is full, this would be hilarious. Here's what it sounds like if I get a boner. Funny word there, yes. So I was in a punk rock band. Yeah, 1985, called the Primates. Loud, fast, and price right. That's what it said on the business card. After every show, I'd find the club owner or the manager and say, "Hey, I like that show." Like, "Whoa, dude. You guys were so loud and horrible." Everybody went into the video game room. "Son, that's where I make my money. You boys can play here whenever you want." Okay. One of my friends said, "Dude, you should try 5-hour energy shot." Yeah, right. I don't think so. Because Math Channel, what if 8 minutes in, I think it sucks. Enjoy the next 292 minutes, dumbass. You've heard that saying, hey, you entertainers, hey, break a leg. I broke my leg on stage. So when people say, hey, break a leg, I'm like, already did. Yeah, the night it happened, everybody thought it was hilarious. I'm laying on the floor screaming, they're like, do it again, you got another leg. This was years ago. So I did what any smart comedian would do. I had my comedy buddies get me off the stage and throw me in my car, and I went to my job and clocked in and found the security camera and whoop, 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 bang! Just had to wait 7 years to tell it as a joke. So there, a long time ago, tsunamis were rare, but now they're common, okay? And they have a tsunami siren. But through the process of the siren, a couple of versions weren't very correct. Like one time they had a version, when it went off, all the old people in Japan thought Godzilla was coming. Godzilla! Alright, here's my motto, the most important part of my show. Otto's motto. Be nice to as many people as you can, as often as you can. It's absolutely free. I'll be nice to you, you be nice to me. And just like tag, we'll start tonight. And tomorrow will be a better world. Alright, here's my closing song. You guys are awesome. The two of you and the one of you, sir. I think you're the audience. You guys are friends of the comedians? Or a new audience too? Both? Okay. You guys did great. I appreciate it. I love everybody. You guys made my tumor what's left of it go away more. It's not much fun. When I was a kid, if you're on the highway and went like this to a trucker, what would it do? Honk your horn! So if you want to honk your horn during this song, you can. It's called the Trucker Song. Thanks for having me. To me and you. That one time, crystal meth. He's only got a few teeth left. Gonna be truck since he was a kid. Now he's right behind you with some flammable liquid. Come on! Everybody! Ba-ba! Ba-ba!
Ladies and gentlemen, some posthumous applause for the now deceased Otto the Comic. He is sorely missed. Okay, we have a little bit of time to fill, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring one more comedian to the stage. Right now, he's yanking something back there. Okay, he's done yanking it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mr. Jerry Coble.
Thank you guys very much for coming out. And yes, I've been yanking it in the back. I have been. That's sort of the topic for tonight's theme of the show. We have to address some problems within our congregation. Apparently, masturbation is sort of an anomaly that never has occurred to a few folks in our congregation. As a matter of fact, one of our letters here came in and said, "Dear Jerry, I have never been able to rub it out. I don't understand it. It's disgusting. It's dirty. I don't think it's right. What should I do? Sincerely, Gene." Well, Gene, you know, there's nothing wrong with rubbing one out once in a while. I know there's that occasional hollow feeling, like it's not really, it doesn't matter, you know, it's not really, you know, in contact. But really, with enough surface pressure, anything is possible. You just have to keep in mind supplies such as Kleenex, maybe a sock. You know, depends. You know, I don't know how you feel about rayon versus cotton. But really, cotton does wonders. It's very, very absorbent. It doesn't get a weird smell to it. Just saying. But yeah, for the most part, it's a very natural thing. To be perfectly frank, I don't believe you. Because, yeah, I've accidentally fallen down and rubbed it out. It's not hard to rub it out, Gene. It just takes a little bit of willpower and dedication. And that's how I managed to stay a virgin until I was about 27. And with a combination of masturbation and Dungeons and Dragons, you too can reach a higher plane of existence. Okay, it's a lot messier, sure. I mean, in a gallon sense, yeah, there's been a lot of waste, okay? Kind of a Hitler thing, if you really go in that kind of, you know. I know, right? That's like Jerry Goebel, Destroyer of Worlds. You know, since I was 14, that's like bathtubs full. I've got, you know, I could do sequel movies with every, you know, it'd be Watchmen Part 2, you know. Anyway, Gene, you'll come to terms with it. You'll come to grips with it. We're all pulling for you, and we hope you'll be pulling for yourself at some point, because you know. Other forms of masturbation can also include if you just want to read pornography, or if you want to get involved in politics. Because pretty much you're rubbing it out either way. It's not really going to matter. You're going to go to an enclosed booth and pretend you have some privacy, and you know, in a fantasy world, the guy you're going to post your button for is going to win, or girl, or whatever, you know. But come on, the lizard people aren't going to give a shit who you elect. Really? You, the people that really secretly run the universe, are going to let the monkeys run things? Are you kidding me? Really? Not going to happen. So, but Gene, I hope you can sleep better at nights. And that's going out to you, buddy. Yeah, and this has been a very, very heartfelt night, I think, because the Otto thing, I hope you guys, like, were cool with that. Mainly because Fringe Fest has wiped out all the comedians in the area. No, it was the flooding that did it. The flooding killed all the comedians. This afternoon, between a combination of tornadoes and floods, we have, you know, when I said that there was a comic on the show as a dead man, we did lose one on the show today. Ironically enough, George Fish could not make it tonight because of the flooding. And I thought, George Fish should be the one person to be able to get through the flood. But it didn't happen. So poor George. It's okay. We'll be thinking of you. We'll dredge the rivers and stuff. We'll find you. We will find you, George. We won't give up until you turn up or whatever. You know, it's been a rough day. I've been down in the basement bailing. We're actually, for those of you on the internet, the few survivors from the neighborhood that did manage to make it here, have been listening to all my video presentations here, basically because I have survival supplies in the other room. People will do crazy shit from mung beans. I'll tell you, they will. I don't even know what a mung bean is, but man, I've made some deals. And I'll tell you what, we do have some whole grain wheat. If any of you have a grinder or a mill, come on down and you can make some bread here at the First Church of Cannabis with the rest of us survivors down here. We are going to be taking applications for new comedians because, like as I said, most of them were killed in the deluge today. Which really has got to make those creationist ARC people feel really fucking smug right now. You know what I mean? A bunch of dicks, you know? We got an ARC. No parking, but you got an ARC. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I think it was crazy about that the whole ARC. Really, they put dinosaurs on it. Did you know that? They actually wanted to show that, you know, there's a dinosaur on it. And it's like, so really the question that has to be asked is who murdered the dinosaurs after you rescued them? You know, because Noah, I mean, you survived, obviously, the cataclysm of a rock falling from the sky. When did the dinosaurs become extinct? Or are they the lizard people who are secretly running the planet? And they are the secret lizard people who are running the planet. Land of the Lost. You guys remember Land of the Lost? The Slee Stack? It's the Slee Stack. Come on, guys. Where the fuck have you guys been? Sid and Marty Krofft were prophets. That's really why the whole Scientology thing seems so believable, because Sid and Marty Krofft. Without Sigmund and the Sea Monsters, Billy Barty would have been broke first, because that's the only midget job in the 70s was being in a Krofft puppet outfit, or Kenny Baker, rest his soul. 2 jobs, man. The Oompa Loompa thing was over. That was a one and done deal. And you know, I'll tell you what, those Wizard of Oz little people are real uppity. For, you know, one movie, and they live on it for years, but the Oompa Loompa guys, nobody gave them any, you know, their stature just never rose. They never... Okay. I don't know, we're all survivors. So they're trapped with me. Well, actually, this is the audition part of it. We get to decide who dies at the end of the show for food, you know, because there's only 4 cases of mung beans, and they don't go as far as you think they would with mung beans. They're, you know, it's a, you know, kind of. Anyway, so I don't think I'm going to make it. So this could be my last show. Which, after a year, I'm sure most of you are probably on the internet saying, "About fucking time." How's he managed to do this every time? I don't know. He sells bean pies during the week, and they give him stage time. It's crazy shit. He's like Little Debbie meets the Nation of Islam on the intersection. It's really kind of crazy. Hey, man, you want a bean pie? And they'll be like, hey, what's the deal with you, dude? And I'm like, oh, it's 2 for $1. And usually they're cool. You know. I hope to get a cardboard sign at some point. Because that seems to be the newest, I mean, in this town, the most steady work in Indianapolis is holding a sign on a corner. It really is. They work in shifts. There's a guy up on the north side. There's a fat guy and a skinny guy that work in tandem. They do 2-hour shifts. And it's really kind of cool to watch them work, because it's just like the Wile E. Coyote and that sheepdog in the Looney Tunes cartoons, where they kind of clock in being homeless and then they kind of walk away from it at the end in a Mercedes-Benz, which is really kind of sweet, you know, because life is a series of illusions and lies. You know, your homeless people aren't really homeless. They're fucking driving Beamers, and you're fucking busting ass driving by feeling smug in your shitty little beat up car. Yeah, I'm driving by you. Yeah, and just not, you know, lizards run things. I mean, nothing's real, you know. Masturbation's not even real, but it's fun, Gene. That's my point. Masturbation is fun, Gene. Do it for the fun. Go for the gusto. Grab all you can get. Go. Slam it on the table once in a while. That's what you got to do. It's good for the soul. That's what Oingo Boingo said. If I can't be funny, I'll be culturally relevant. I'll teach you guys about the 80s. Do you guys remember Reagan? Yeah, they're trying to recondition that lie into something necessary. Yeah, oh, Reagan was a great. Oh, yeah, he napped a lot, and the fucking monkey he worked with hated him. Okay? Bedtime for Bonzo. He was an actor. His biggest part was operating with the monkey, and I'm not talking about George W. Bush's dad. I'm not talking about that monkey. That's the CIA monkey who helps the lizard people take over everything. That's a whole different set of monkeys. That's like the flying monkeys from The Wizard of Oz, but not quite so much the Sleestack. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of different groups working. Everybody thinks Bigfoot is like a single solitary thing, but they're just there's a lot of them. Squatches. Yeah? You guys know the Squatches? Well, I'm sorry. We're going to go. Actually, the show is going to end in 2 seconds, and all the people on the radio will never find out the secret of who's running things. See, now they'll never know. And right now there's a guy driving through the middle of a river with water up to the sides of his car as he's trying to not float away. And I just posited the whole answer to the serious question of who really runs things right before they die. And they'll say, Jerry, what was the point? And I'm going to say, exactly. And that's why we'll be back next week. So thank you guys for coming out to the Comedy Grinder. I'm Jerry Goebel. Give it up for all the comics that showed up tonight to help out. And they did come in a deluge. So the weather was bad. So these guys really, really busted ass. So you guys on the internet, thank you for watching again. And we'll see you next week.
And what Jerry doesn't know is that he is the next dead comedian.
I got my video ready. Thanks, guys.